What's up and welcome back to my channel and welcome to our Promaster build series episode 2. Last week we got started on insulation and wiring, and this week we're going to be installing a vent fan, the solar up on our roof. So most of this week's video will be spent upstairs, and we'll also be wrapping up the insulation and wiring this week as well. We're really excited to get working on this project, but we're running out of daylight, so let's head up to the roof. Okay, so first things first, Josh, what do we need for this project?
We need some tape to tape out the spot that you're cutting. You need a drill, metal tapping drill bit, some eye protection.
Safety first, kids.
Measuring tape to measure the spot.
Yeah, we always forget to bring that, and then we have to like climb down and get it.
Jigsaw with a metal cutting blade on it.
Yeah, make sure that you have the right kind of blade before you try and cut through metal. That's very important. All right, we're gonna tape it out now?
Yep.
Things you will also need for this project that we forgot. I am fetching a pen and a straight edge. I also, probably shouldn't talk and climb. Safely made it to the ground. I also wanted to show you guys what fan we're going with for this build. In our last fan, we decided to go with the Fantastic fan, but after hearing a couple of people's recommendation, this go around we decided to go with the Maxx Air. We just went with the standard model with the buttons that come on the actual fan instead of the remote. But this is what it looks like. We're thinking it might be more discreet because the cap is white, whereas on the other van the caps are dark gray kind of. Hey buddy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There's a couple of more materials that'll be needed later on in this project, but we'll go over those as we come to them. But Josh is getting the hole all sketched out. Taping this will keep the metal from falling through and make cutting the rest of the way around a little bit easier and prevent some vibration.
Next step is to file this down so that it's a nice clean edge, and then we're gonna paint it so that it doesn't rust.
Rust protected. Rust is a van lifer's worst enemy. That and mold. And maybe the mechanics. Before we go ahead and prime the exposed metal, we're going to hang up some plastic. We actually reused the plastic from the packaging on the fan, which is nice, to make sure that we don't get paint on any of these really nice leather seats and stuff in this fan. Josh is actually a professional painter, so he's very skilled in this department. All right, bud, what's next? Let it dry? Cool. So now that the hole's cut, we'll be doing the actual fan install. So we've got our RB mounting tape and our self-leveling sealant. Paint is dry. Buddy is ready to work. Josh is just giving me a little validation. We forgot the scissors and he said I'm important in this build because I have to go up and down to get things that we forgot. Thanks for making me feel important, babe. Wow, that's easy to work with.
Yeah, it just sticks right down and then you can peel this off.
How much was the mounting tape?
$8.
Hey, it's by the Frost King. That's the same brand that does that peel and stick insulation that we love. The ease of use of their products is amazing.
Yeah.
Yay, it fits! It fits!
Next step, we want to put like a bead all the way around. That way when I put this on, it'll sit right in there and sit right on top of the sealer.
Yep. It'll be a good layer of adhesive, and then we'll go back and fill in all the cracks so we don't have any areas where any moisture can get in, and the fan will be nicely secured on the roof.
Close your eyes, get some rest. I'm by your side. Lay your head on my
Nice work.
chest.
Moment.
You've
Yay!
had a really bad day.
Houston, we have a vent fan.
But I'm right here. It's gonna be okay. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay.
Good morning! Our break turned into overnight, but we are going to secure the vent fan before Josh heads to work this morning. And then we're going to finish sealing up later this evening. I wouldn't recommend going about it this way. I would do it all in one sweep, but we're working with what we've got. So let's get a vent fan screwed to the roof. Josh just told me he preferred the ease of install of the Fantastic fan better. So I'm curious to kind of do a review of both fans since we'll have tried both. The major difference I've heard between the two is that the Maxx Air Fan can actually be run when it's raining and the vent is closed. It's called ceiling fan mode, and that's the reason why we decided to go with this fan this go around. So fingers crossed it was worth the extra money and the extra hassle. All right, the fan is on. We're only doing one fan on this build, so wrapping that up later when we seal it off. I will say that this design looks much sleeker on the roof than the Fantastic fan. I think if you're going for stealth, this is definitely the way to go. It seems lower profile on the roof, as well as the color itself blends in a little bit more. But I'll zoom in to give you guys a better look of the Fantastic fans on the other van. So install was definitely a little bit trickier, but the sleekness of the design and how it looks on the roof is definitely more discreet. Welcome back to the build site. Josh is headed back up on the roof, but we've reached our first major hiccup of this van build. That didn't take very long. We just got our solar delivery. I'll show you guys when I go back outside. I came in here to avoid the cicada noise. And we opened the box and we ordered a 300 watt solar kit from Renogy, as well as it's called an MC4Y bracket connector. We had a leftover 4th solar panel from a previous build that we decided that we would use on this fan and add 3 more to what we already had. So we ordered a connector to make that 4th panel work with the 300 watt kit, and it wasn't in the box. So I tried contacting them by phone, but I wasn't able to find a phone number. So I've sent over an email to customer service. Hopefully they can get that resolved for us in a semi-timely manner, because that is kind of holding up our build at this point. We cannot finish the ceiling insulation until everything is installed on the roof. We can't hook up any of our batteries or anything to get our lights or fan working to keep it cooler in here. So I would like to stress once again that ordering your materials ahead of time is super important. Getting things in for your van build can be a huge pain, and trying to coordinate everything so that it's not stalling your build or causing any major delays is quite tricky. And I'm just feeling a little frustrated today. I kind of had planned on that being a large portion of this week's project and this week's video, but it is what it is. We're gonna work on some other things since we've got our subflooring done and our walls are insulated. We can kind of move forward with some of the framing and other things like that this week instead. So a little plot twist for you guys. Let's go get that fan sealed up, because that should have been done many days ago. This is the panel that we had from our very first van build, actually. As you can see, it's quite a bit larger than the current panels that they sell, which is really nice. Hopefully it doesn't look too funny. That one is going to be quite a bit bigger than the other 3. It just seems so silly not to use this one since we already had it and it's in perfect condition. It's never really been used. So we're gonna make it work. They've done an awesome job at condensing the technology to be more efficient and sleek over the years. So that's pretty cool to see. So we can't power our saw without access to shore power. So before we head out from Josh's mom's driveway, we're gonna go ahead and measure and make those framing cuts now so that we can work on framing later on this week. It's an absolute disaster in here, but we're working around it. We're doing some teamwork. Josh is taking measurements. I'll be writing them down. And then we'll be making cuts. What? Can I what?
Hold that with
Uh-huh. Time to break out the clearance wood.
$20 a wood.
Budget-friendly build tips. Always check the clearance section first. Watch out, guys. He's using power tools. also gonna go ahead and cut this really long piece of deck board that we got. We're gonna use this on top of the van to make a roof deck at some point. It was again a clearance wood find, so we went ahead and snagged it while it was available. But it's way too long to fit in the van, so we're gonna cut it in half now. Now. Right now. We're gonna cut it in half right now. Sustained a small crack, but we're just gonna install it this way. And nobody has to know. How are they gonna know? How would they know? We're gonna save all of these bits of wood that were left over. These are probably gonna be like the perfect size to frame out our couch or some cabinetry, something like that. Waste not. Good evening from Home Depot's parking lot and welcome to framing day. Still trying to get the part situation ironed out with our solar panels. So tonight we're gonna work on framing. So we're gonna kind of tag team this because Josh needs to see what he's drilling into, and once we put the peel and stick insulation up, he won't be able to see. So we're kind of gonna work together. I'll be placing the peel and stick insulation and he'll be following behind me with the framing. We're working kind of late tonight. It's like 7 o'clock. Hopefully we can get all this finished up tonight, but we shall see. Our first task is figuring out where all the pieces that we pre-cut with you guys the other day fit in here. We didn't plan that out very well. You got it all figured out mostly though?
Yeah.
For the most part?
We're gonna do this side first.
Yes, sir.
X-bolt. I thought I had one.
Okay, well, good thing we're in the Home Depot parking lot. Because we need something. Okay, quick hardware store break. He always looks so excited when he comes back from Home Depot. What'd you buy?
I got this for cheaper than what I was going into.
Nice! You got it on sale. First piece of framing! It's our first piece of framing! happy Friday. Sorry about the rain. Of course, as soon as I start to film, it's absolutely pouring. But we are just over picking up some packages. That little pesky cord that wasn't in the solar box did end up arriving in a separate package. So we got that figured out. We got our hands on our fan, our lights, and our faucets as well. So we finally have gotten all of our shipments in. We even got our lithium-ion battery. So now that we've kind of gotten all the chaos and hiccups kind of ironed out, we can get back on track with the build. But this is definitely something that is a part of building a van, especially at the beginning. It can all seem a bit chaotic. It can feel like you're getting nothing done, or you're not able to work to move towards getting things done. It's just kind of part of the process, especially with shipping delays, with everything going on right now. This week has just felt extra chaotic. I was hoping to make more progress on the build this week than we ended up making, but that's okay. It's kind of part of the van build. However long you think a project will take, just go ahead and double it. In our experience, everything just kind of takes a little bit longer than expected. Always. Okay, well, I am running a little bit behind this morning, so I'm gonna leave you guys here for this week. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the exciting stuff we have coming up. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up for me. That and subscribing are the two easiest ways you can support me and help me continue making these videos for you guys. It just feels like everything's finally starting to come back together after honestly one of the most chaotic weeks ever. So, see you guys next Sunday. On some chops so that I can show people that I used a power tool. Josh did it, and we can't power that. Why can't I talk right now? There's a cicada on your butt!
And sticky on this side.
That was easy.
Actually, no, it's not sticky.
Okay, it's not sticky. A cicada on your butt. I got that on camera.
Measure once, cut twice.
Measure twice, cut once. The ease of use of the ease of use of their product is amazing.
Okay.
Good?
Yep.
Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I don't know why I did that.